Yo guys, what's up? Kalen here and welcome back to another video on the channel. As you guys can see, I'm an Ultimate Team and today I'm going to be doing an 85 rated foot fantasy Christian Benteke review. So he's 6'3" tall, medium low work rate, right footed with 4-star skills and a 4-star weak foot, coming in at a very cheap price of 15,000 coins. You can start a striker and centre forward, got the DC United links, the MLS links and the Belgium links as well. Looking at the attribute details on the card though, the pace at 84 I decided to leave alone. If I do feel as though he needs a bit of a boost, I will give him a Hunter Chem Cell or something like that, just to boost the pace. Now the shooting on the card is sensational, 99 attack positioning, 99 finishing, 97 shot power, 84 long shots, 98 volleys and 90 penalties. Passing is your average striker passing, but the short passing is honestly very good, pretty high at 87. Dribbling does get a nice boost, it's the reason why I've given him the finisher chem cell. Agility up to 78, balance up to 84, it's got 90 reactions with 92 ball control, 97 dribbling and 88 composure. He's got 99 heading accuracy with 92 jumping, so with him being 6'3" tall, I'm expecting him to win pretty much every single header. He's got 86 stamina, so again I'm hoping he can last the whole game. 94 strength with 81 aggression, so with him having 94 strength and pretty good aggression as well, I'm expecting him to be pretty much unstoppable when running with the ball. Now he does have the power header trait. You guys had a quick look at how this card works. He can get a maximum of +4, but it is going to be pretty difficult for DC United to not lose in 6 games, but the rest he should definitely get, so at the very least, I'm hoping for +3. Anyway, without further ado, I'm going to try him out as striker and striker only, so let's get straight into the gameplay highlights with 85 rated foot fantasy Christian Benteke, and we almost start off with an absolute banger of a power shot, but unfortunately he ends up smashing it against the crossbar. Here just showing off the hold up play on the card, gets the pass from Donovan, plays it back to him, 2 seconds later is in the box. We go for the fancy finish and the keeper is not able to save it. To be fair, we were right in front of the goals, but still great finish from Benteke, good running and good movement from him despite having the medium low work rate. Honestly, that might be a problem, but I will obviously try to cut out and let you guys know. Here, good strength to take that touch. He holds off that centre back. It does look like the lick, I'm not too sure though, and he smashes it beyond the goalkeeper and into the back of the net. So the strength on the card is obviously one of the plus sides of it. As you guys saw, he did well to hold up the lick, but he can surprisingly also dribble. Great skill to wriggle past Stones and the other defender, cuts inside and smashes it into the back of the net. That is ridiculous dribbling, honestly. The man is 6'3" tall. I'm not expecting him to dribble like that at all, but he's able to turn and weave past players very easily. And here, can we take on the goalkeeper? Yes we can. That's not an easy finish. Not an easy finish at all. He's facing the linesman, yet he still manages to chop that ball into the back of the net. Good finish. Here Slobosly runs into the box and try to pick up Benteke with a cross. Didn't work out, but he is there again. Knows where the space is, runs into that gap, and I wasn't taking any chances, so I smashed it into the back of the net once more. Anyway, still in the same game here, we have the ball with Christian Benteke. Great dribbling once more. Honestly, it is pretty surprising, the dribbling on the card, and he runs through on goal, and that finish is, well, pretty simple. I'm expecting him to score that every day of the week, and he does. Moving on to the next match of this video, Benteke, great dribbling, gets past one, and gets past Ruben Diaz. In his foot fantasy Ruben Diaz, he's not going to catch up to him, and the finish is neatly tucked away into the bottom corner. But again, good strength and a good turn there from Benteke to get past, I think that's Tomori, and he does end up scoring at the end of it. Here, Ricky Puig has it, gets it in behind, Benteke is through on goal, 1-on-1, I'm going to go for the chip shot, and he dinks it beautifully over the goalkeeper. It is Campos, so that's why I went for the chip shot, but a good finish nonetheless, and we do end up scoring. Moving on to the next clip, Benteke just showing off the hold-up play on the card, drops deep, gets a pass into Donovan, and that cross doesn't really work out, but 2 seconds later, Slobosly does end up smashing it into the near post. Good finish from him, but all that possible because of Benteke's ability to hold the ball up. So with that being said, it is time to review the card, and as you guys will see, and as you guys would have noticed, it is a pretty short video, but in 7 games he has managed 8 goals, no assists. But like I said, he can definitely pass the ball. The hold-up play on this card is definitely pretty solid, and he can definitely act as that hold-up striker from time to time. So heading into the attribute details, by the way, before I get into this, as I said earlier, it is a pretty short video. I'm just trying to make kind of shorter videos so you guys can get through all the gameplay highlights, because I do understand that sometimes making the videos where the gameplay highlights is quite long, maybe about 5 minutes or so, you guys aren't really going to get through all of that. But here, just getting through the gameplay highlights pretty quickly, showing you guys what he can and can't do very quickly so that you guys can basically get an idea of how he plays, and now I can describe the card to you in detail. So when it comes down to the attribute details, the pace on the card is solid enough at 84. He does have 94 strength, so I don't really think he needs to boost the pace. And you guys must be wondering, what is this guy talking about? Well, it's pretty much simple. He can hold off players while running forward, so he doesn't need that speed to evade them when he can just run with them next to his shoulder and just hold them off while running forward. So honestly, pace on the card doesn't really need a boost, but if you feel as though he's a bit slow, you can give him that hunter chem style just to have him act purely as a get in behind striker, and he will definitely do a very good job of it. Now the shooting on the card is honestly absolutely ridiculous. His finishing is 99 and it shows he pretty much scored every single goal in the box if I'm not mistaken. So the shooting on the card is spectacular. Attack positioning is very good despite having the medium attacking work rates. He does make the right runs at the right time, but it's not the player that's going to be making runs all game long. He will pick his moments to make a run basically, and then he will make the run, and when he's in the box he's probably going to score, well, at least 9 times out of 10. So shooting is sensational. He hits the ball very hard as well. And the long shots, I didn't really get a chance to test it out, but he can definitely take good power shots. Unfortunately, we hit the post from the one that we did try. So shooting, I'm going to go ahead and give this guy a 9.2 out of 10. His finishing is clinical and he is a pretty solid striker nonetheless. Passing on the card is pretty good. I'm going to give him a 7.9 out of 10. I do think that having 87 short pass makes a big difference, but occasionally you are going to need to make that long pass or cross the ball, which he won't really be able to do. So passing gets a 7.9 out of 10. Dribbling is very interesting. I do think it is very underrated, especially with the finisher chem style. He does dribble quite nicely, I'll be completely honest with you. So for dribbling, I'm going to go ahead and give him an 8.6, or actually an 8.7 out of 10, because he does have a plus 15 to the dribbling. He does keep the ball close to his feet. He does get past players very easily, and once more bringing the strength into the equation, he does hold off players very easily while dribbling past them. So honestly, the dribbling does get an 8.7 out of 10. Now, when it comes down to the physical on the card, it's obviously his best attribute. He does base everything he does off that physicality that he does have. He's very strong, he's lean and tall as well, so he is mobile, but him having the 94 strength makes him able to hold off players while running in behind and dribbling, as I have been saying throughout this whole video. So when it comes down to the physical, he lost the full 90. Obviously, having 92 jumping and being 6'3" tall is a huge plus as well. So when it comes down to the physical, I'm going to go ahead and give him a 9.3 out of 10. Is this card worth the coins? 100%. Bro, he's 15k. This card for 15k is an absolute bargain. I do think the main reason as to why he's so cheap is purely down to the links, because you're going to have to use basically a full MLS team, and apart from Bale, there aren't really that many good players that you can link up with this Christian Benteke card, which is quite frustrating, but I guess it is what it is. So I 100% think this card is worth it. I do think the best position is obviously striker, and this is interesting. You can give him the finisher chem style, have him dribble around a bit if you want to have some fun, or just give him the hunter chem style, let him get in behind and smash it into the back of the net. But anyway, with that being said, I do bring an end to the video. If you like this video, smash a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And until then guys, stay tuned for the next one. Peace.